I actually analyze June in particular because she's very big on the YouTube
daughter.
shorts. Yeah, my daughter. She's only 4 now. You know, she just turned 4 a little bit ago, but she does a lot of the YouTube shorts, and you know, she scrolls through them, and I'm always trying to understand, why did you stop in this one? You know, like you just stopped suddenly in this one, and wasn't the other ones as interesting, or why is it this one drew you in? And then she'll watch like most of it or all of it, and then she'll flip through it, and then she'll go again, and again. And I'm trying to understand, what's the psychology here? Like why these things? And I do kind of notice a pattern, you know, like a lot of the times it's, you know, like there's some kind of spookiness to it or something like that. And that happens like quite often too. I guess kids get a certain odd emotional reaction or feeling off something kind of a little spooky or just twisted or eerie in some kind of way, you know, which isn't good. I'm sure it's not healthy for our kids to be doing that, but they figured that out, that's the algorithm, that to really get them to pay attention or to really draw
stay
to
on
it.
that video. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just so many different variations of this now.
Awe is a very important word because, again, Jordan Peterson was talking about, I don't know if it was in that same interview or another one, but he went on this long, like, breakdown of the word awe and like sort of a historical context, the religious context of what, you know, is spoken about when to be in awe of God or awe of something. And that word came up because that's what captures kids in a certain moment. Because if there's something kind of spooky or freaky with that video, they're in awe of in a certain way. And whatever they're in awe of you can be in awe of something just completely beautiful and gorgeous, but you can also be in awe of sort of captured in an awe of disgust of something you're seeing that's just like you can't take your eyes away. You know, that factor, and kids are sort of being exposed to that, and so they're capturing that awe. But the problem is, like, some of it, whether it's graphic or not, whatever, giving the child the ability to just have awe here for 10 seconds. Now that wasn't full of awe. That wasn't full of awe. Next one, oh, that was crazy, funny, awe. It's the equivalent, I would call it's the equivalent of sugar in a sense, meaning, you know, sugar in nature, there's sugar in nature. You have an apple, it has a lot of sugar in it, but you complement it with the fiber that it provides because it needs it, you know. You need it for digestive purposes, but if you reduce it down to just the part you want, which is the sugar, forget the fiber, forget all the other stuff that's healthy, that's what content is today. Yeah. It's, you take out the story, take out the character building, take out drama, take out character, or not character, but take out the conflict, take out things that lead to the moments of awe in a movie that you were fond of when you were a kid. The lesson, whether it's the lesson or moments of awe, a battle. Now you're just fed bits of made up awe, you know, all the time. It's like ultra reductive of, it's like that sugars, you know, bringing out all the sugar and just having that, and then going to another base or another source of sugar and another source. You get into the mind of the developers or the content creator, or whatever that video was and what they're trying to do to capture. Yeah. One thing, like my girls were just in awe of early on, that no one, I know for a fact, no one taught them, no one thought it was cool, said, hey, that's cool, were characters that were pregnant, like Disney princesses that were pregnant and stuff. So content creators would create Disney princesses, you know, Peach and Mario, and Peach would be pregnant. And my girls loved it. Like, they would love. And I was like, what the hell are you watching? Yeah. Like, who's making these videos? Like,
were they curious, or did they?
They would always watch and be like, then they would later on like sort of play out scenarios, and I'm like, y'all better not be thinking about this shit, you know.
My girls already started doing that too.
But it was, but it makes me wonder, why would they? They're just so fascinated, even at the very young age of seeing, oh, I saw Elsa in that movie, and now there's this made up video. Elsa's pregnant, and she's gonna have a baby. They just love it, you know, like. And so those are the types of shit that people create just to get fed the views. But it's like, what are you trying to? I mean, there's no story to Elsa getting pregnant. Like, who's the father? And like, there's no magical ending. There's just a bunch of like random shit, you know. And so it's sort of like a sugar a sugar strain, or you're just trying to get all that bullshit into your mind. Well,
Yeah.
sugar affects your body and your mind, but this content's going to affect your character, your mind, your perception of what's cool, what's creative.
Yeah. And what happens, when you raise them and their entire diet is just that, of all the time. This idea of appreciation for anything becomes less and less, and they just don't even understand what's good and what's not anymore at all. Well, the only thing that they appreciate is just, what gives me that sugar high, or that instant feeling of, of that kick. That's what they're looking for, that awe.
That's why the motif starting off the podcast, where the manifesto part of me talking about, well, what's the goal of this, is we're living in an environment where everything's hyper reduced, like the sugar that's reduced from the apple, the bullshit content that's reduced from storytelling. We're hyper reductive. Our engagements with coworkers, family are reduced to text, letters, and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's technology, and that's what it'll do. And man, is it really like dehumanizing people? I just think it's weird to see people watch videos made by AI. And they don't know it either, because I've seen Mom, some other, and it's mostly OGs that do it, where they don't know the difference. Mm-hmm. Elderly, they'll watch these videos and they're actually convinced by what they're saying. And this is so terrible. A human didn't even make this for you. Yeah. They didn't think this was cool, so I want to share it. Yeah. AI made some bullshit video and you're watching it, and it's kind of sad. I don't know, that instance is sad. I know it happens all the time, but it's like,
have you seen the one where they do random animals jumping on someone's backyard trampoline? That thing went viral. It's an AI created video.
Oh, so I didn't know.
So there's a big trampoline, and it's in the video of as if it's one of those surveillance cameras.
Oh, I see.
Watching in the backyard at night or something. It's got that night vision, but it shows a bunch of random animals. One was a bunch of bunnies would come and jump on the trampoline. They're all jumping up and down together, and they just leave. One was a couple deers, and it all looks super real. Yeah. And the deers are having the best time, and one of them actually does a front flip and falls over. But I don't know what it is. It was AI generated, created video recently. Well, it's been out for a few weeks now, but it's gone viral, and people are watching it nonstop. There's so many different versions of it now, and there's endless AI videos like that too as well. They're just pumping in, and they're so good too, because I can't tell what is real and what isn't anymore, unless it's too crazy. It's this is obviously AI because that snake cannot be as big as that, or something stupid. But when they try and make it look realistic, it's sometimes it's
very
hard to
indistinguishable.
tell.
It's very indistinguishable, and I'm not saying all AI produced stuff is bad, because there's some great creative prospects with AI being a big part of it. I'm saying the shit that's reduced to the bottom line of 20 seconds of your attention, and it's AI made. That's where it's just what the hell.
It didn't even come from someone's creativity or thought. It didn't come from anyone's
creativity, and it's also still conveying. Sometimes it's just pure entertainment, it doesn't matter, but sometimes it tries to convey a message or something just weird and dark. It gives you weird vibes, and it's hard to put your finger on it because, I guess things are more familiar if you can imagine a human who's an evildoer behind this to try to implant a message. You say, just don't even look at that. But sometimes, these really weird AI videos have these voices that insinuate weird messages, and there's just cheap crap, and a lot of people are just watching it all the time. Mom was watching this video about diabetes remedies, and it was footage from Morgan Freeman, who was giving a speech, and they had Morgan Freeman's AI voice over him, and he was talking about how this product changed his life, and if you just take this product, it cured my diabetes. And it sounded exactly like, Morgan Freeman. And my mom was watching it. I was just like, man, that's garbage. Turn that shit off. But she's she asked me, is this real? Could be helpful, And it's one thing back in the day when you would see your old mom and dad watch a commercial, and it's that's, don't even look at that. That's just commercial crap. But no, now every little thing they're fed is just weird, artificially tainted randomness, we're not even looking at human entertainment now. We're looking at artificially tainted random instances of provoking some sort of thing in your brain to feel a certain way to capture your attention. So I think that's pretty crazy and pretty novel and pretty worth worrying about as an old geezer, you know, like thinking about the next generation. It's pretty shitty stuff, you know, like,
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm thinking about it and talking about it out loud because I couldn't put my finger on why was I bothered by some of the videos I saw that my kids were on, because they're not overly graphic. They're not like, because YouTube still has to filter out, like, there's not like people getting killed, or there's still stuff that's YouTube safe, but it's the quality of the content, meaning it's just random bullshit. Like it's so void of anything that's worth valuing or remembering, or, you know, that thing hit me, that message. It's just whatever it is to capture your attention for that moment. And it's just insane bullshit.